I've come to speak to you about have been directly affected by now what I've been able to learn by going through with you guys in terms of budget season. Whether it was the sales tax redistribution all the way back in February, whether it was public speaking all the way back in February and live streaming. One of the things that has been consistent, and you've heard me come before you, when it was career support solutions, I was really disappointed to see the tentative budget after you guys went up to $30,000 from 15, which is still nowhere near enough, to see the tentative budget go back to 15. There's been a host of issues, and every single time what I've said to you is, it is wild to me. I mean, you just heard a local farmer come up here and talk about the money, the hard-earned money that they've spent to just be proven right against their own government and to not be reimbursed. It is things like this that have frustrated me when I know that we are sitting on such a large unassigned fund balance. I have talked to now 2 different commissioners of finance. I've talked to the county auditor. I've talked to every single legislator sitting here. When I've come up before you so many times before, I have mentioned it. I even sometimes make eye contact with legislators in Birmingham and say, hey, $90 million fund balance. So what's been frustrating for me is to see that all of these problems we are experiencing as residents and as taxpayers when the county is sitting on all of this money. I wasn't here when Legislator Yonke proposed putting about $6.5 million into sub-contingency to explore an idea of giving money directly back to the taxpayers. I didn't have a chance to talk to you guys about that. But from what I understand, it was a 5-4 vote, and now I want to talk to you about it. Because it's the first time, technically maybe the second, that this legislature has even considered using the fund balance to provide direct relief to the taxpayer. As all of you know, I have now spoken to thousands of neighbors this year. Democrats, Republicans, conservatives, independents, working families, all of them. Like I've been saying, there's been one thing in common: affordability. I spoke to somebody who had built their house here 50 years ago. And he said to me that he wouldn't wish that house, let alone leave it, but wish it on his children who have long left Putnam County, because it would be such a burden financially on them. This is the first idea of taking money from this fund balance and putting it into sub-contingency to directly benefit the taxpayers. I am all for the quote-unquote historic property tax cut. Anytime we can cut taxes for property owners, it's a good thing. But a house like mine, I may only save $30 to $35 a year. And this feels like deja vu, because I was staying right here in April, the last time a tax cut was proposed, that was only going to save us about $35 to $40 a year, and I told you I was going to spend that on my way home on dinner. Is it helpful? Sure. Is it meaningful? No. When we put money in sub-contingency from the fund balance, and we're talking about hundreds of dollars in savings to taxpayers and property taxpayers and owners, that is meaningful. Now, I don't know the details of the plan, and I'm not sure any of you guys do either. From what I understand, this vote was just to put the money in sub-contingency and to explore what we could do. That is finally the first step, but I'm asking you, do not make it the last. And again, just like sales tax, it is not an either or. We should move forward with the historic property tax cut. But if that's the only relief to taxpayers that comes out of this budget season, you all have failed. It cannot be the only thing. So I encourage you, as you continue through this process, the plan to put from the fund balance into sub-contingency to provide direct relief to the tax. I've stood here so many times over the last 7 months. I've given you all ideas on what to do with money like that. From infrastructure projects right here in Carmel Water District 2, while this county government is the biggest user of that water district. Adult special education services and vocational training. The sheriff's office. I have come here and I've advocated for so many different things for this obscenely large fund balance to be used for. This is the first step in actually putting it into sub-contingency to provide direct relief to the taxpayer, direct relief that they are begging us for. The average person doesn't know who doesn't like who on this legislator. I gotta be honest with you, they don't care. I've said many times, and I'll say it here to close, and thank you for indulging me. A good idea is a good idea, regardless of what party it comes from or who has it. This is a good idea. Allow yourselves to explore the possibility of what we can do. And this is just the first step, not a final step. So I ask you to consider that as this moves forward. Thank you.
Thank you.